My name is Sadia and I am from Pakistan. And my son, Abu Bakr, who is 4 year old, he was just like normal kids at time of birth. He was totally normal and his weight, everything was normal. But when he was 20 days old, he started crying. He just start cries during day and night. We went to many doctors, and they just don't understand what's the problem. They thought that it was just a colic issue and something like this. So we go to gastroenterologist, and after doing the lab test, he just asked us that probably he would have a PFIC type 1 or 2. At that time, PFIC was totally unfamiliar for me. He just said that this is that type of disease which have no treatment, and you have to go for liver transplant at any stage, and this is also not successful and like this. I was just like devastated. I just came home and I just start crying for 3 days. I was just thinking that this is the end of my life. But then I keep searching about PFIC, and for 1 week I read a lot of articles, every article available on Google. What is PFIC? What is treatment options available? As in Pakistan, there are very few opportunities and very few treatment options. And after searching and searching, and that was just a miracle that I came to PFIC organization group. And after joining this, I read comments of the mothers of the families whose kids were PFIC patients. And at that time, I realized that I am not alone in this world who is facing this problem. Then I realized that we should first go for genetic testing, and I go for many labs. But then I came to know that there is no genetic testing lab in Pakistan. And then Emily helped us, and he arranged um, genetic testing for our kid. And then after 1 year, we came to know that he has PPIC type 2. Then after diagnosis, I started I started to find out the ways how can I help my kids, because at that time his itching was uncontrollable. I came to know about albedo trials, that there is a drug that helps kids to minimize itching. So I searches out the albedo and medium pharma trials where they are conducting. I came to know that in Asia there is no country where the trials are conducting. So I contacted to Miram and Albedo for trials, and after sending them all the medical reports, they said that yes, your son is eligible. But the main problem is that we are in Asia, and there is a lot of visa problem and other issues to join the trials. So first year after diagnosis, we just struggle very hard to get the UK visa to join the trials of Albedo Pharma, but uh, at the end we could not join. Then after 1 year struggle, we were able to join the medium pharma trials, and that is just because of PFIC organization that help us too much. Because in Pakistan we are very few doctors, and that are of course very far away from my city. I live in Sialkot, and the doctors are basically in Lahore and Islamabad, that is 2 hour or 5 hours distance from our city. So it was very little chance that I met any other PFIC family. And after meeting to PFIC community, I just feel that I am not alone. Yes, of course, there are very few options, treatment options in Pakistan, and not every medicine is available here. Once there is a stage that itching of my son was uncontrollable during night. He itches too much and he cries too much, that doctor says that his quality of life is too poor. He should have naltrexone so that he can sleep 1 or 2 hours, and I could not find that medicine in whole of my country, and that was devastating. At that point, I think that every child should have a right to access the available medicines of PFIC. At that point, I start thinking that I should do something for the kids of Pakistan. They should have a right to join the trials and treatments. So there should be at least genetic testing, easily availability, and second, genetic counseling. And there should be literature about PFIC that should be available in our language, Urdu, so that people can understand what is PFIC, what are its outcomes to uh, uh, individual level as well as family level, because itching is the worst part of disease. Thank you. So this is just a miracle for us. This is just a new life for our family and for Abu Bakr. And the worst challenge, the challenge that I faced during joining the trial was because we live in Asia, and there was a visa problem. And the second one was due to COVID. The traveling was a little bit more difficult than normal. So the main problem that we faced was just the visa and the traveling problem. How I'm helping to access other kids to reach the trials. After joining the trials, on the Facebook, I met an Indian family. Home kid was also PFIC patient, and she told me that her daughter cries throughout night, and no medication is working for her. And she was at that time she was thinking about transplant. Then I talked to him, and I convinced him that before transplant you should go for trials. And I talked to Dr. Adib, and I discussed about her daughter. Then I also contacted Dr. Adib and that lady, and now in these days he is in Lebanon. She called me yesterday, and she told me that her daughter has done all the scanning tests, and after 1 month his daughter will got trial medication, and in next month their son will also in trial. And I'm just trying my hard, and I have also talked to many gastroenterologists that if you have any PFIC kit, then let them my WhatsApp number, and we will contact them, and we will contact to Dr. Adib. And I have my full attention to access all the PFIC kids that we know in the trial, so that their families can change their life.